Hey everyone, this is John from Bear Bull Traders, and I want to review my best trade for 10 May 2021. As always, if you could like this video, subscribe to the channel, or hit the notification bell, that's always appreciated. My worst trade today was on Roku. It was a high day break trade with a high day of 313.67. The volume at entry was 1.7 million shares, and the RVOL was 200%. So Roku a bit more in play than usual today. A very bad impetuous trade here. I did a lot of things wrong. This one's a bit embarrassing. I had 4 high day break trades prior to this one that all treated me nicely. So I kind of felt like I had the golden touch perhaps a little bit. I think that fed into my psychology that this was an easy day perhaps. So that might be some of the reason why I did not trade this particularly well. Also was drawn in by the very strong run to the high day with no market assistance. You can see Roku making this very strong run to the high day, and the SPY, the market overall, was just chopping that entire time. So it's a really good run to high day, and that really caught my eye. But the 1 minute volume was beginning to fall off after a general increase. So you can see there's this nice, not surge, but there's an uptick in volume in this whole area. But as I enter, it's actually falling off. That's a really bad sign. So that's warning sign number 1. And then the SPY doesn't look like it's going to provide any assistance on the break. Now, granted, it made this whole move without any SPY assistance. So that's something to consider. But when you actually take the entry, it's nice, no matter what it did prior, to have the market moving with you so that the trend is acting as your friend. And I did not have that here either. So that's kind of strike number 2. And then strike 3 for sure. Terrible entry at 314.43. Even on Roku, which is very volatile today, I missed the high day by quite a bit. So bad entry. And in with too many shares. I really ignored the volatility of Roku and how much it's moving. I mean, look at this candle here. This is almost a $3 candle. I was taking sides like I was trading Facebook on a normal day. And I just got in too big and began to second guess this immediately. I didn't like the feel of this at all. I saw all my mistakes after I got in. I did get a 50% partial at 315. I saw anything over 315 and I took half of it off because I got really scared of having as many shares as I did, and got all out at 314.96. My best trade was on Disney, also a high day break trade where the high day was 185.79. Volume at entry 1.1 million shares, RVOL is 100%, fairly typical for Disney lately. It started to look interesting, making a clear reversal to the SPY, with the SPY just chopping. So the SPY was doing nothing as this entire, not this part of the SPY, but it looked much like this to the left. And you have this nice move on Disney as it goes up to this high day. It did break through its previous close, this black dotted line, and then came back down and found some support there, and then continued on this path of the high day, even as the SPY really provided no help for that effort. The pre-market high is not too far away at 185.88. That's a good breakout area there. I always love to take breakouts, high day breakouts through the pre-market high, so that's nice. Perfect white steps building to 1 minute volume. So you actually have 5 building steps here, but the last 4 are all white steps, really looking almost perfect there. The SPY is still chopping as I entered, but you do see I had 2 candles going in my direction. That's not much, but it's something. Like I said with Roku, it's nice to have at least something with the SPY helping you as you enter the trade. So we had a little bit here, nothing great. I got an entry at 185.93. This is not a great entry because, one, it's a little late. For trading Disney on the break of 185.79 to miss it by 14 cents, that's not too good. This should have been within maybe 5 cents on a stock like Disney. And I also got in just below $1 level. That's dangerous. So I think what caught my eye was, we're getting through this pre-market high here, and I think that drew me in a little bit. So I got a bit lucky that this broke as easy as it did, perhaps. But it did run easy. I took the first 50% partial on price hesitation at 186.62. I really wanted to get 187, but Disney just loses gas sometimes. In fact, getting a move like this on Disney is really nice. I mean, that's kind of special. And then I just found this hesitation here, and I felt like I had to take some off. I could have got a bit more. I could have got closer to 187 eventually if I held through this pullback. I wanted the next 50% off on a pop over 187. I wanted to break through this and give a bit of a pop, maybe as it made a lunge toward R4 here at 187.49, but never saw that. And eventually it locked in back with the market, with the SPY. So you'll see that sometimes. You'll see all this independent action on a stock, and then as it breaks through its high of day and it does its last bit of non-correlated independent action, it can start to lock in again with the market, and the market rolled over pretty decently, and then Disney did as well. So that's the best and the worst for today. Drop me a comment if you want to discuss this trade on YouTube, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot.